In my practice, we are frequently called upon to review cases involving birth injuries. And so ultimately, I wrote a book about the subject, what parents need to know about birth and birth injuries and the kinds of questions they ought to ask. The most important thing in a birth injury case is the fetal monitor strip. That's how the baby communicates with the outside world. There's two lines on a fetal monitor strip. One of them measures the baby's heart rate, and then the bottom line measures the mother's contraction pattern. And we have trained people at my staff, and as well as myself, that know how to read these strips, know how to interpret the strips. We're looking for things like if the baby's heart rate is too fast, which is tachycardia, if it's too slow, which is bradycardia, if there are too many contractions, for example, which would be hyperstimulation. You're looking for things called decelerations that would reflect that the baby's being deprived of oxygen. These are things that if you have a suspicion that something has gone wrong, if you have a baby who has cerebral palsy, these are the things that need to be looked at. Tennessee has the shortest statute of limitations on birth injury cases of any state in the country. The statute of limitations to file a birth injury case, 3 years in Tennessee. And most parents don't really appreciate the significance of a birth injury to a child until the child is older than that, or at least getting close to that age. Because it's not until the babies are supposed to be walking and talking that it really sets in that you've got a problem. You can't wait in Tennessee. If that case is not filed within 3 years of the event itself, you are forever barred from pursuing a case under Tennessee law. The book I wrote about birth injuries and what parents ought to know is a free download you can pick up right here on our website. We have a question and answer format that will set forth for you the questions that are typically asked. This will tell you what you need to know to certainly get started in investigating the process. Of course, what you need to do most importantly is you need to go to a lawyer who is qualified to handle that kind of a case, because it is an extremely specialized field. These cases are really, really difficult and really expensive. To put that in perspective for you, the most money my firm ever spent in preparing one of these cases was $382,000 for one case. The case settled right before trial for $13 million. So in that particular case, the family was compensated, justice was served, the healthcare providers were held accountable for this very tragic case involving catastrophic and lifelong injuries for this child. But if you don't have a lawyer who has the skill, the experience, and the money to pursue a case like this, you cannot win. It's just as simple as that.